So obviously there's the physical injuries that can be caused by an accident, but accidents can actually change your life from a family unit perspective. And what do I mean by that? Well, we had a case, as an example, of a young lady who had two children. Now the children had different biological fathers, but both kids lived with mom. And one night, mom decides to go out to a bar with a friend, and they're drinking and having a good time, probably too good of a time. But while at the bar, they became intoxicated. And the one friend ended up leaving with some friends that came, and this mom decided to stay. And while at the bar, they cut her off at one point, and then they began to serve her again, despite her being intoxicated. And then at some point early in the morning, they went ahead and kicked her out of the bar. And so she left the bar and got in her vehicle, and she drove intoxicated and ended up driving out into the river and drowned to death. And so that obviously is a tragedy. But what people don't really realize is, okay, well, now what's going to happen? Well, here you had two kids that just lost their mom, all right? And not only that, because they had different biological dads, after this death, the kids were sent each to live with a different dad. And so now you had a brother-sister who had mom and who were living together as a family unit. And now not only did they lose their mom, but they were no longer living together as brother-sister. And so in that case, eventually when there was recovery, people may ask, well, okay, what happens? Well, you have to look at different sorts of options in terms of how's this going to help the kids moving forward. And there's different options. There's annuities where you can structure the money so that the kids don't get the money now while they're 5 or 6 years old, but they get it when they turn 18 or 21, or you can structure that money to help them for college or to buy a car when they turn 16. Another example of how the family unit can be changed as a result of an accident is a case we had where a gentleman and his wife, they were both working, okay, 2 household income family. And the man was out working on a construction team on a highway, and a vehicle was speeding through a construction zone, hit him. He flips up into the air, his helmet comes off, his hard hat, and he lands on his head. And he survived, but cognitively was just never anywhere close to the same. So he ended up having to live in a group home for a while. And then his wife, she had to quit her job. He's no longer working, and so now she's taking care of him 24/7. They have to go on different government assistance. And there with a settlement, you're looking at a special needs trust or a pooled trust or different things that can help that family unit survive without invalidating the benefits that they're now entitled to due to lack of income and things. And so again, when we think of accidents, we think of physical injuries, sometimes minor injuries, but there's also the effect on the family unit as a whole. And certainly accidents have the potential to change lives.